This is episode 22. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate all the feedback, all the kind words, all the encouragement. I really appreciate it. As I mentioned, we're trying to get to 1,000 episodes, episode 22. Today we're going to talk about film law. And in particular, in my opinion, this is the best time to be in the film industry. I mean, there's so many ways to distribute content, media across so many platforms. I mean, the world is changing in many respects. You're not only consuming content through the radio and through TV, but you're also consuming it through the internet. You know, there's 25, 30 years ago, there was no Netflix. You know, the internet has changed it. It's leveled the field, so pretty much anyone can enter, and that's something to be excited about. Now, when you're creating your content, don't forget about the different legal strategies and legal opportunities that you have. In particular, intellectual property. And in particular, what we're going to talk about today is copyrights. Copyrights are very, very important. Particularly if you're into creating film or creating short films, you can copyright your script. Copyrights affect a lot of things, but it definitely affects scripts. They don't necessarily tell individuals how to go about copyrighting things. And with filmmakers, it's important to know like what exactly is a copyright. A copyright pretty much is an original work, original authorship. So by just creating it, writing your script down, it's copyrighted. By putting it out to the public, it's copyrighted. But if you want to take it a little further and give you some more legal protection, you could put the C by the script. And if you want to take it even further, another legal strategy is to file it with the U.S. Copyright Office. Because when you file with the U.S. Copyright Office, you open yourself up to be able to get different federal damages and potentially some attorney fees if someone infringes on your copyright. And that is very important. That is vital that you understand it. So here's an example of how you want to go about copyrighting a script. You will have the title, you have the copyright, you have your name, and have the date that you created it. And that puts the public on notice that I own this. And that's important because you can make money off just selling scripts. For example, you can enter scripts into different film festivals around the world. I know one of my good friends, Matt, he created the Oscar Michaud Film Festival. So that's in the second year, and it allows you to put script. There's a ton of film festivals all around the world that you all can just enter by just writing a script. And then if you want to connect with someone who actually knows how to film it, you can connect with the film person. You can also find actors, and you can enter this stuff into film festivals, and individuals, these big box office Hollywood brands or whoever it may be, they come to these film festivals looking for films to purchase. So you pretty much just flip your script for the most part. You can actually do everything, put your script down, and someone can buy it from you. And you can also be in the business of buying scripts as well. For example, you can create you an LLC or an S Corp. I don't talk about S Corps much, but an S Corp is very similar to an LLC. So you can create either one of those, and you can then begin to purchase scripts. And the reason you want to do that because by putting into your company's name, it lessens your liability. It limits your liability. They can't necessarily sue you personally. They can only sue your company. And in addition, your company now has an asset. So your company can license the intellectual property. You can license that script, and then you can start getting money from that. Or they can sell the script, and you can start getting money from that. And that helps you. That helps your business start to build business credit because now you have some money coming in, and you can take that to a bank after filing your taxes for maybe 2 years, and they can give you a line of credit off just doing that. And that could be separate from your own personal line of credit. You can also have a big business line of credit. So this is important things you can know by just being a creative. And I think this is the best time to ever be in the creative space. In addition, another thing they don't necessarily talk about is that if you sell your copyrighted script or whatever it may be that's copyrighted, and if you buy a copyrighted script, you can file that contract with the U.S. Copyright Office. They don't necessarily talk about that. I don't necessarily know why, but the Copyright Office allows you to file anything with the U.S. copyright that's related to that copyright. And the contract dealing with the copyrighted script applies because it puts the public on notice that a new owner controls that copyright. So that's equally important. So if you don't necessarily know how to write scripts, you can learn how to write scripts. I know LinkedIn Learning, lynda.com, and they allow you to learn how to write scripts. You go to YouTube, learn about how to write scripts. You can buy books from different Amazon or different bookstores and teach you how to learn how to write good scripts. But so it doesn't take too much to really get into the creative business. If you feel like you're a good storyteller, learn the structures of creating it. And also, if you don't want to do that, you can link up with individuals that know how to write scripts. They actually know how to record different things and put it out into the world. So, for example, you can be in the business of hiring people to write scripts for you. or you can buy a script from that person. And if you know how to direct a movie, or if you know how to produce movies, you can do that. And like I said, you want to make sure it's copyrighted. If it's a contract and they're signing that contract to you, you make sure you want to file that with the U.S. Copyrights Office. So that's important. So that's pretty much a good business model. You can create your LLC or an S corp, your production company. A lot of production companies are LLCs. So you can create your LLC, you can go buy scripts, you can then take that and enter that into different film festivals, and then individuals can particularly buy that script from you, or you can start winning awards. Now all of a sudden you look totally different than any individual out here who just want to put films, because you actually enter those in film festivals and you actually won. And a lot of it is just learning how to write good stories and learn how to produce good movies, and that comes with trial and error. So the more you do that, the better you'll get. Everything comes with time. Everything comes with patience and persistence and just hard work. I know Floyd Mayweather has a thing he likes to say. He said hard work, dedication. Dedicate yourself to working hard. That's pretty much success in life. Pretty much it, just working hard and being persistent and tuning out all the negative noise around you. So that's with the film industry. There's a lot of other things you can do. It's also important when you if you're dealing with scripts. If someone helps you write a script, you want to get a co-author contract now, and you pretty much assign who pretty much owns a certain percentage of that script. Because if you don't, they may look at that as 50-50, and that may not have been the case. Primarily because the person who came up with the idea may have done 90% of the script writing, and they probably brought in someone who did 10%. But if you don't have that contract in place, then the court may look at it as 50-50. So that's also important as well. But film, I mean, it's an exciting industry. It's growing. I know there's a film festival based on individuals that shot films dealing with the iPhone. The iPhone is 1080 HD. There's some iPhone that you shoot in 4K. So the barriers to entry to this industry has dropped tremendously. You have to learn how to tell good stories. And I'm in the process of trying to film some stories I want to tell. I mean, I'm a lawyer. I have the domain knowledge what it is to be a lawyer. So I want to apply that to the film industry. There's a lot of movies dealing with the law. I mean, there's just one that just came out with Jamie Foxx and the guy from the Black Panther guy. They did a movie, and it's a law-related movie. And I feel like lawyers should be a part of that. I'm linked up with my guy Matt. He's we're gonna start collaborating on some ideas. Also, I met a guy. He's getting his master's in film for Columbia. We're gonna start getting together and create some film. So we all have our different schedules and we're all busy. But I feel like, hey, in the next 12 to 18 months, you're gonna see a short film that Global Law Media helped bring to reality. So I'm pretty excited about that. I got some merch. Check it out. That's all I pretty much have for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.
See, you want the fame and I want the time. We ain't got the same focus. I came in the game.